Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers of really funny moments that'll happen. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 23. The title of this episode is called The Gorilla Dissolution. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Howard and Raj are trying to carry a treadmill in a box up the stairs at Howard's mom's house for Mrs. Wolowitz. The box ends up falling down the stairs, hurting Mrs. Wolowitz. So now she's going to be laid up. More on that later. Amy wonders if they should do something for her at Leonard and Sheldon's. And Sheldon says, I know. Let's go see the new Spider-Man movie. Amy says, we're talking about your friend's mother. She got hurt. Sheldon says he wanted to change the subject. Penny talks about her movie role, that she doesn't like, the gorilla movie, whatever it is. Howard wants to hire a nurse to take care of his mom while she's off her feet for, was it a couple months? Sheldon and Raj go to the movie, and everybody else said no, and then Sheldon asked Raj. So Raj's like, thank you for asking me to go to the movie after everybody else said no. Raj grabs some 3D glasses, and Sheldon says he has his own. No sense in getting nose herpes. Emily is also at the theater. Small world, but she's there with another guy and tells Raj she has to get to her movie and kind of blows him off a little bit. Raj doesn't know what to think. Sheldon's just glad she didn't see anything on his forehead. Will Wheaton and Penny are on the set. Leonard is also on the set. The director actually fires Penny even though she's the star. Will Wheaton actually sticks up for Penny, and he's also fired because they said that they've already used Penny for all the scenes that they need her in. The rest of the scenes will just be in the gorilla mask, so they can get somebody else to do that if they need to. And back to Raj, he's upset, and Sheldon has to make him tea, but he doesn't have all the right ingredients to make a certain type of tea that he wanted to make him. Mrs. Wolowitz is hungry again. It's like the world's fattest clock. Cuckoo clock. Bernadette tells Howard, if we have kids, don't expect me to do all the work. Drinks for Will Wheaton, Penny, and Leonard, and Penny's actually having second thoughts about her acting career. Raj asks Sheldon, why don't women want to be with me or be with him? And Sheldon says, that's an interesting question. Well, good night. Raj says, don't send me home. I don't want to be alone right now. I don't know why I'm talking to Raj's voice all of a sudden, but it's kind of funny. And then Sheldon says, your problem is you can't be alone. It's Sheldon's bedtime, so whatever gets you out the door, so good night. Wow, that's pretty funny stuff, even though Raj needed a friend there. Howard's mad that Bernadette went to go get a mocha and didn't get him one and took longer than she needed to. Emily shows up at Raj's place. She feels the need to explain. She wanted to say sorry. The guy that Emily was at the movies with did her last tattoo, and he'd been asking her out for months. So she just said okay to get it over with. Raj says, it's okay. Really? Emily says if she saw him out with another woman, she'd be pretty upset by this. And Raj is like, thank you for saying that would even happen. And then Raj and Emily start making out on the couch. Because about, if something about seeing her tattoo. So they have sex. We don't actually see it, of course, because this is a sitcom. But they end up having sex for the first time. Penny tells Leonard she needs to start making some smart decisions. And then Penny says to Leonard, we could get married because he's a smart decision. It leads to a bit of a fight, and then Penny says she doesn't need to be famous or have a big career to be happy. She just needs Leonard, or just needs you, she says, and then calls him a stupid Pop-Tart. I just need to be happy. I need you stupid Pop-Tart, because like they were talking about different names for things, and Leonard says, "I guess I'm in." So that's it. We're engaged. Yep. Leonard all of a sudden pulls a ring out of his wallet that he'd had for a couple years, not important, and then proposes to Penny, and Penny says, "Oh my God, yes." Excellent moment, fun moment on The Big Bang Theory. Howard and Bernadette have indeed hired a nurse to look after Mrs. Wolowitz's mom, and that's what ends the episode. So I really enjoyed this episode. There were a lot of fun moments in it. Funny lines with Sheldon trying to get Raj out of the house because he's upset about the Emily situation, and Penny trying to make a better career choice. So all in all, really enjoyed this episode. As far as my score, I'm going to give it a 9.0. And then the character of the episode, now I want to give it to Sheldon, but ultimately I think Penny had some good development in this episode, so I'm going to give it to her. And then, as many of you know, the reason why I started to watch The Big Bang Theory is because I saw my roommate watching it and Penny on screen, and I kind of fell in love with Penny's character just by seeing her on screen. So I rate Penny in every episode just on how Penny looks. I'm going to give her an 8.7 in this particular episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Big Bang Theory and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are regarding this episode of The Big Bang Theory. Have you seen it lately? What would you score the episode? And if you had to choose who's your character of the episode, and if you want to do what I do and rate Penny based on how Penny looks, you can go ahead and do that. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.